Hello there, Conservaguy. My name is Carrie. My family is Muslim. My father, he grew up in a Muslim country in Africa, in Somalia. My family as well. When I was younger, I was sent to Islamic Sunday school. I was taught to learn and read in Arabic. I grew up with a lot of Muslim friends. Myself, I am not a practicer of Islam. I've memorized some of the Quran here. I have some here that I'm actually going to be quoting to help further my point. That Islam, of course, is compatible with Western civilization. I'm going to read here actually a surah or a chapter called Al-Kafirun, which translates into the disbelievers, or it can roughly translate into those who reject faith. So, this is the chapter. Qul ya ayyuhal kafirun la a'budu ma ta'budun wa la antum a'budu ma a'bud wa la ana a'budu ma a'budtum wa la ana a'budu ma a'bud lakum dinukum waliya din. The first line of this, Qul ya ayyuhal kafirun, it's saying, say all you disbelievers. It's directly addressing the disbelievers. It continues on to say, I worship that which ye do not worship, nor will you worship what I worship, and I will not worship what you worship, nor will you worship what I worship. Pretty redundant, yes, this is true, but it's just emphasis on saying, I believe something totally separate from what you believe. You believe something totally separate from what I believe. The final verse in this chapter, Lakum dinukum waliya din, means roughly you go your way and I'll go my way. You follow what you think is right and I'm going to follow what I think is right. You just do your own and I'm doing my own, and that's it. It incites nothing about violence, nothing about hatred, nothing about persecution or abuse or anything of the sort. The only thing in Islam where you should ever exalt violence is when your ability to believe in God is threatened. That's it. Holy war. The only reason a holy war should ever be called is to protect your right to practice your religion. If that is saying that if anybody else comes to you and threatens you and tries to deny what you are doing and not allow you equality from what they are doing and practicing, that you have the right to fight back. Which is saying, of course, it's recognizing everybody has different beliefs, such as in the United States of America. We don't have a national religion. Everybody is doing their own thing. If the USA ever says, oh, you cannot practice Islam, number one, that's not democracy. Number two, it'll never happen. Number three, that is when a jihad can be called and when violence can be used. How come this is not working in Iraq? The Taliban thinks that, people should be persecuted if they're not believers, or Osama bin Laden, they all treat women horribly and things like that. You believe that this is not a cultural thing. It is a cultural thing. It's not a religious thing. A lot of people incorporate religious values into their cultural values. They use their religion to explain things and associate it with each other. This would be like, for instance, if, those crazy people who say Hurricane Katrina came and wiped out New Orleans because of homosexuality and because of Mardi Gras and the excessive, decadence that goes on in that city. And me associating that with Christians and Christianity, just because those whacked out Southern Baptists feel that way. Or like to associate Christianity with positive Christianity or Nazism. I mean, yes, there were horrible instances of people who were using religion, to further their political advances, I guess. I don't really know. I'm kind of losing track of thought here. But I mean, that'd be like associating that with that and judging everybody. Well, why is that? And that would be like saying, Christianity is not really compatible with Western civilization. It's not, because I mean, if that's what Christianity is and she's saying homosexuality is wrong, then that can't really be allowed in a democracy. Because a democracy, you should be, there should be a separation of church and state, and no instance of any religion should be able to be affiliated with a decision made to govern a democratic nation, such as the United States. And Christianity is not compatible with this. They say no homosexuality, no gay marriage. They say, there's no abortion. But that's not right, because that should not be how this country is governed. And if you look at any religion, they're not compatible with what Western civilization is. In this book, in this scripture, there is nothing in here that states to go out and blow people up, to go out and segregate yourselves from all disbelievers and, go to war with everybody and abuse women. In Islam, it's the level of most important figures in your life should be, number 1, God. Number 2, Muhammad, the final and most important prophet. Thirdly, the most important person is not your father, it's not your brother, it's not your president, it's not your caliph. It's your mother. Your mother is, the last time I checked, a female. For some, okay? But on a serious note, that just shows how important the mother is, how important that female figure is to any family or to a Muslim. In these countries, people have hijacked, in these cultures, people have hijacked Islam, hijacked it. And everybody is following along. They're, it's like, we're all meeting their demands. And by associating everything they do and everything they say with Islam, with being a Muslim. Islam is a beautiful religion, if followed exactly how it's said to be followed. If it's followed exactly like this, there will be no war. There will be peace. There will be no conflict. Why is democracy not being spread in Iraq? Because Iraq is not a country that is being followed perfectly by devout Muslims. Because the reasons we went there was not to spread democracy. This is why it's not working, because we're not sure of what to do. It's not as easy as, oh, okay guys, we're going to let you vote, and now that you voted, you guys have a democratic nation, and everything's peachy. Alright guys, see you later. It's not going to work like that. It's going to take a lot more planning, a lot more knowledge, a lot more, I don't know what the hell it's going to take, but we need to figure something out because people are dying on both sides. So please do not hijack or allow others to hijack Islam and allow you to have this perception that Islam is derogatory to anybody else who's not a male Muslim. Please do not allow that to happen, because that's what the terrorists want. That's what they're doing. Please have a little more sense than that. That's all I'm asking. Again, I'm a 19-year-old girl who you probably will not listen to, but I appreciate it if you watch this, and anybody else who did, I appreciate it as well. Any other questions, message me, comment me, send me a video response. Email me somehow, let me know, I'll try to work something out. If you'd like me to find something in here for you to answer something, to prove that something else that you want to know about Islam, let me know. I'll try my best to find something. I don't have all the answers, but I can try to spread some light on it. So, thank you again for watching my video, and I hope that answers is sufficient as a challenge to what you were putting up. Even though, before I even responded, you told me that I couldn't do it. You rejected anybody pretty much who's making a video response, which probably isn't the best way to go about something like that when you're asking for a video response, but Anyways, thank you for watching, and peace.